Let's play some hockey tonight.
Energetic, passionate, and savvy. Gouche Live. Brought to you by the good people at the Hockey News and Sports Illustrated. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Gouche.
Hey, welcome to another episode of Gouche Live right here at the Bottom Line. It is the Bottom Line, brought to you by those good people at the Hockey News, Sports Illustrated, and of course, Fired Up Network. And I'll tell you what, do I have a show for you tonight? I got you a special extra guest from Peter Young out of Winnipeg. I said, listen, I need to get somebody that knows what he's talking about when it comes to the Calgary Flames. Oh yeah, Calgary Stampeders too. The Calgary Flames, and of course our good friend Jerome McGinley. Ladies and gentlemen, for your eyes only, Mr. Mark Stephen.
Welcome.
Mark,
How's everybody today?
I'm doing great.
Good.
Mark,
Good to hear.
I'm in a bar here at the Bottom Line, and it is loud. It is Toronto versus your Calgary Flames, and the place is crushing. So I'm going to try, and obviously I have a little bit of technical issues, and everybody doesn't want to hear about me anyways. They want to hear about you, Mark. Mark, I know that you're with CHQR Radio in Calgary. You're in Vancouver right now covering the Stampeders, but I know you've got an eye on the TV watching your Calgary Flames. Talk to us a little bit about you first. Give me a couple minutes, and then I'll get into the questions about Calgary Flames, Maple Leafs, and of course, the inductee this year, 2020, Jerome McGinley.
Well, first of all, yes, I've been the sports director at CHQR Radio and broadcast the Stampeders, host a talk show in Calgary, but I'm a regular at the Dome and spend a lot of time with a lot of people down there. So quite familiar with the Flames. I did see the very, very first Flames game ever played in Calgary. One of the few that in the media still that can say that. Obviously, I was much younger. So been on top of the Flames for as long as possible. And let's see how this season unfolds. It's a good start so far, but a long way to go.
Get through today. Again, I apologize, everybody. It's really loud here. Mark, of course, you follow not only the Stampeders, but you told us about your Calgary Flame connection. I'm really excited about tonight. Obviously, the Maple Leafs against the Flames. It's the Hockey Hall of Fame induction weekend. Jerome McGinley, Doug Wilson, Kim St. Pierre, Ken Holland as a builder. That's really exciting. And most importantly, it is a class that missed their chance last year, so they brought them all together this year. But before we talk about the Hall of Fame, let's get into the matchup tonight with the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Calgary Flames. Give us your I wouldn't say prediction, but what are the strengths of the Calgary Flames coming into the Maple Leafs, who won a very big game the other night? They're not playing as well as everybody expected, but your Calgary Flames are red hot, even though they've had a little bit of a setback.
Yeah, they've got off to a very good start, and there's a few reasons. Superior goaltending. Jacob Markstrom has been just outstanding by and large through the first number of games here. Daryl Sutter's impression on the team, you can see it right away. The team is far more responsible defensively. They're in the top 10 in most defensive categories. A little surprising, the burst of offense that they've had from Andrew Mangiapane and Lindholm as well. They both got off to good starts. So has Johnny Gaudreau. So a lot of things have gone very right for the team. The pair of Tanev and Shillington on the back end is as good as any in the NHL on the defensive end of things. So they've done a lot of things very well. And, I think Daryl Sutter having a training camp to implement his system and philosophy has made a big difference. Whether this team can crawl out of the middle, it's been the perennial issue with this team. They're right in the middle of things. They just get into the playoffs. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So let's see if he can drag them out of the middle, because it's certainly a team that's off to a good start, but we'll wait and see during the balance of the year.
Well, I'll tell you what, again, there are so many Toronto Maple Leaf jerseys in the crowd, but I do see an incredible set of jerseys just down the street here from Mike Vernon and Rick Natzis. Talk to us a little bit about the impact from Mike Vernon.
Well, if Mike's there, I'll tell you what, those Hall of Fame guys should get around, create a bust for him right now. He absolutely belongs in the Hall of Fame. it's one of the great oversights ever that he's not in the Hall of Fame. You look at his stats, they're impressive with Calgary. Only Mika Kiprasov has better stats and a few other numbers. Went on to win the Conn Smythe with Detroit. I mean, Scotty Bowman, can play whoever the heck he wants to play. It is a 385 wins. It's a massive oversight that Mike Vernon is not in the Hall of Fame. So, when he's down the street there, tell him to start making a bust for him because he clearly belongs there. And Rick Natras, of course, Hamilton area player, was a part of the Stanley Cup team in 1989. But good to see Mike down there supporting Jerome McGinley. Mike came back a second time with the Calgary Flames, and that's where him and Jerome McGinley played together in the last couple of years of Mike's career. But as I say, Mike Vernon may be visiting the Hall of Fame. Next time, he should be in the Hall of Fame.
Well, I'll tell you what, we've got a little bit of a technical issue, but I heard exactly that. And we are so excited to have them here in the bar, of course, as they go to the Toronto Maple Leafs. Listen, I know you're really busy. You've got to get off to the Calgary Stampedes. I want to get you back. I apologize for the little bit of hiccups. As you say, stuff happens. But before I let you go, I want to talk about Jerome McGinley. Arguably one of the nicest human beings on earth. I would also say not only a leader, an ambassador, but everything you want in a person first, and then, of course, as a true ambassador to this game, not only on and off the ice. I know, Mark, you got to see him live for many nights. Talk to us a little bit about your impression of the new 2020 Hockey Hall of Fame inductee, Jerome McGinley.
Well, it is really exciting to see Jerome McGinley, who was a homegrown Flames superstar who stayed with the team for many years, scored 500 plus goals with the Flames. The number of guys that are going to score 500 goals with their original NHL team is pretty limited, and it's going to be a long time before anyone could ever do that with Calgary. Him and Mika Kiprasov put this team on their back in 2004 when the Flames came within a game of winning the Stanley Cup. It went down to the last couple of minutes of Game 7. A dominant player, powerful shot, very aggressive, not shy about scrapping if need be. I know you said he is the nicest guy off the ice, which is accurate, but a switch turns when he gets on the ice. He could be tenacious. And as I say, he actually missed some time with a fight when he landed awkwardly quite a few years ago. But nonetheless, Jerome McGinley, a great homegrown Flame, and certainly deserving of his Hall of Fame induction right off the bat in his first possible year.
Listen, I'd be remiss, obviously, Remembrance Day was yesterday. I am wearing an Aurora jersey designed by my good friend Val. I am the captain. My father fought in the Korean War. Jim Thompson allowed me to get one of these, obviously, for our troops. This is a special week. We can remember, obviously, all the soldiers that have fallen. We remember all the people that are over obviously overseas in battlegrounds. But today's a special day. Obviously, yesterday, bringing it to today. Your thoughts on, obviously, what Remembrance Day means to Canadians?
Well, what it means is I hope everybody takes the opportunity to really appreciate the sacrifices that were made, the people that fought. One of my grandparents was on the ground in Europe in World War I and then worked in Ottawa in more of an administrative capacity in World War II. Other grandfather fought for the United States in World War I. So I certainly have memories. I've seen their medals, their pictures, their different things. And it's, it was brought home because my one grandfather helped create a big cenotaph at a park in Calgary. So it was certainly an emotional day. It was, I was recently in Ottawa with the Stampeders and made a point of stopping by the National War Memorial. So it's very significant. It was very moving. And I hope everyone had a chance to spend a moment to thank the veterans and the soldiers and those that sacrificed, because I don't think that's at all too much to ask.
Yes, and it's a special day here in Toronto, of course. Not only is it the Hockey Hall of Fame induction game tonight, Toronto and the Flames, I need to get the prediction from you. Your thoughts on tonight's game as far as the score. Will the Toronto Maple Leafs beat your Calgary Flames, or will the Flames douse the Leafs?
The Flames will bounce back and beat Toronto by a score of 4-2. The top line was really off their game last night. That's a rarity this year. It's not going to happen very often, so Montreal got the break last night. No such breaks for the Toronto Maple Leafs tonight. The Flames will go in there. For some reason, the Leafs aren't scoring at the clip I thought they'd score, but that's their problem. We'll see what happens. The Flames are going to go in there and rebound and continue this road trip and knock off Toronto before heading to Ottawa on Sunday.
All right, well, we're going to put a little bet on this. I'm going for the Toronto Maple Leafs because I don't want to get any grievances. My producer down below, Jordan, will get hate mail if I go against the Toronto Maple Leafs, especially in a bar like this. So I'm going to say 3-2 in overtime. Matthew scores the winner, and so you pick 4-2. So the bet will be I'll buy you a beer or you'll buy me a beer when we get together when I get out to Calgary. Or you can come here for the best seats in the house from Molson right here at the bottom line. Mark, you are always welcome.
Well, thank you. Yeah, and the CFL schedule this year didn't bring us to Toronto just the way it was in 2021, but we'll be back there next year, and I will make a point of stopping in.
You can hold on to your beer if I win.
Well, that's great. What a great weekend, though. The Hall of Fame weekend, spectacular, and a lot of other great people in addition to Jerome McGinley. And really classy by the Hall of Fame to defer it for a year so that these guys and women can be center stage, not competing with other people. So a great move indeed.
Listen, Mark, we're going to get you back on, but just up north, well, it's not far from you. You're in Vancouver, but just north of Calgary, here's a big gig going on tonight, and Alfonso Davies will take us to the promised land, so we're really excited about that. Mark,
you bet.
Welcome.
Amazing 50,000 people. Yeah, sure.
We'll get you back on. We'll talk a little bit deeper once I can hear you. Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thanks for the call.
Mark Stevens, CHQR. What a great guy. I'll tell you what, I had an opportunity to speak to Peter Young. He said this guy is so knowledgeable, not only in the Calgary Flames and its history, but also CFL football. Who doesn't love CFL football? I forgot to mention to Mark, I'm a Bombers fan. They're going to go 15-1 and win the Grey Cup again. Thank you, Mark. Hey, listen, obviously we are here down at the bottom line. Tomorrow night is a big, big night. We are going to start at 7 o'clock. It is the Legend Night. It's going to be a legendary night. Obviously, you've seen Mike Vernon is here. We know that Rick Natras is here. Mike Commodore is going to show up. You know what? We're even going to have a couple other NHL players. Brent Seabrook is going to pop by the booth tomorrow, and we'll get a chance to interview him and talk everything NHL. Listen, I'm going to pop Jordan. Jordan's got his picks up. I want to just pop them up for one quick second. Or
Gouche?
I know. I hear you. I just wanted you to pop up our little prediction.
Yeah, so sorry, you just got to give me a minute
That's
here.
Okay. Sorry, buddy. I threw a curveball.
I wasn't ready for that, but
I know that you picked the Calgary Flames just as Mark did. I'm excited about that. I think that's going to be exciting because I'm going to buy dinner. If Calgary wins tonight, dinner's on me tomorrow.
I like that. So
All right. It's okay if you don't have it. It's just right straight up right now. You heard my score, 3-2, the Toronto Maple Leafs with Matthews scoring the winner. So I want you to do this. I want you to pick a number, and then you got to pick the guy that scores the winning goal.
So I only just found out that the Calgary Flames have not confirmed their starter tonight, but it is likely that Daniel Vladar will be getting the net tonight. He hasn't had a great start to the year, so I think it could be a bit of a shootout. I'm gonna go 5-4 for Calgary with Elias Lindholm scoring the game-winning goal.
You are a betting man. I love it. Hey, listen, buddy, I look forward to tomorrow. Obviously, we're setting this booth up here at the bottom line. We've got new signs coming. It's just going to be a fantastic night. Be here at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. We will rock it. Absolutely. And, of course, we'll be bringing you all the information, not only about tonight's game, but also, very important, the Hockey Hall of Fame induction. Jordan, thanks, buddy.
Excited.
All right, wrapping it up. Great evening. Unfortunately, we had a little bit of a technical issue. We will not have that tomorrow because it is the launch of the Gouche line right here at the bottom line, brought to you by those good people at Hockey News, Sports Illustrated, and up in the corner, the Fired Up Network. We are going to be fired up. Ladies and gentlemen, pregame show right here at the bottom line. Thank you for joining us.
You've been listening to Gouche Live with your host, Kerry Goulet, better known as The Gouche, brought to you by the Hockey News and Sports Illustrated.